on February 23rd was the most wishlisted game on Steam. It was only in early access for a full day and managed to sell 2 million copies. The developer announced the milestone on Twitter, saying that they're very excited for what we have in store for players in the upcoming weeks. That is so exciting. It is truly remarkable, especially with the high rating on Steam. But what is coming up? There's 3 days left on that countdown, and I want to know more. What more? Like to expect from this already fun game. Announcements in their server will be linked below. Here's what the coolest stuff they have shared in from the top 25 questions that were sent to them, as well as important updates in the future. Also remember to subscribe below. I'm trying to reach 200 subscribers, but hey, I love me some survival games, so please definitely subscribe and come back for more Calvin videos. Let's see. First important thing, will we or won't we get a log sled? This was so funny because the devs didn't think this was a liked feature, but especially due to how many bugs it had in the first game, they didn't think they should add it. But from my gameplay in the last week, I definitely needed it. And after the release, it is clearly something that a lot of players missed. Now for the next couple of updates, I'm going to break it down by categories. First and foremost, players. Who the heck are we? And Knight first started the lore with Eric, us trying to save our little Timmy back in the forest. But our current players are unknown, and I would like to know more about them, and players would like to know more about them. We were able to go around from cave to cave and understand not only the how Eric came to be or how the world came to be, but we got to figure out piece by piece on the player's lore, and that's something that I would like to see more of. I wish we were able to get to know our fallen comrades at least and learn more about them as we progress through the story. What about player transportation? They haven't given any further details about this yet, but just in case it doesn't work or it's not liked, I don't know what they could add honestly, but I would like a mountain bike. I think that would be incredible. That's probably not going to happen, but my goodness, I wish I could take just one of the golf carts out for a ride. Question number 3, will we still get the night vision goggles or the solar panels? This was seen in the trailer, and I really thought we were about to be the predator out in the forest, and I haven't found them yet. I'm not sure. The devs answered and said that lots of features are partially in and will be coming in future patches. This upcoming section is all about the cannibals. What happened to the cannibals? The cannibals don't do a lot other than attacking us or do much around their camps. I have seen them prey when I was respawning in their camp, but the routes in the forest were so clear compared to the sequel. The devs have said that they do have plans for this, adding more ambient actions for the cannibals to do around their villages, and also visual improvements, such as more types of structures they can live in to give different camps more variety. Does Knight plan to add more enemies or mutants or change the ones currently within the game? Some players, including myself, have expressed how little they see them or how little variety they seem to have. I really thought there were going to be, warring tribes from what I saw in the trailers or the gameplay, but what the devs have shared is that they have at least one character that wasn't ready for the first launch, and there may be others that they add over time, including variations on some of the current enemies. Updates on crafting and building. There is likely to be new items to craft in the upcoming updates, which is incredible news. I love this game mainly for the crafting. I could spend hours in it. I hope it's a sofa. Dang, I miss my my deer couch from the forest and all my decorative items. Does the plan include to add additional building materials and a robust crafting cooking system? This was one of the most asked questions. I really wanted that as well because we have so many more recipe ingredients. I was wondering if there's more recipes to make, what if I want fish and mushrooms and a mixture, a blend? Let's go. The devs answered, we do have a prototype of a more advanced cooking system, and it will likely come into the game in a future patch once it's further developed. AI apparently is, and that's so good to hear, especially when you're playing late game with these wonderful characters. Calvin will be able to do more structures according to the devs and repair broken structures. Virginia would be getting the biggest add to her AI as she'll be braver with the weapon. Oh, that's so amazing. I'm so glad that's happening. And advanced as she starts bringing down more cannibals. That's even incredible. I like that. I like that. I like to see character development in my two favorite NPCs. How will the story pacing be improved? A lot of the markers on the GPS show up for the story currently, so you're just pushed to the next marker to the next, and it really does push the player into the story and to the end quickly. The dev said that they have a bunch of ideas they're currently discussing internally, but they don't have a perfect solution. They agree that it's an issue, and then that some players are just running all the way to the end instead of just living and existing in the world. Will we see more wildlife such as bears or wolves? I feel like they heard my comment because I really want further antagonists in this. The reason why I like the forest so much is because it's more than just the cannibals. You are surviving day to day, and it was so nice that when you swam into the waters, the shark came out, and it just further added to that element of you can't escape the island. Like Lost season 12. And it would be so great to add further antagonists if it is different types of cannibals or long range, I don't know, skull bomb throwing cannibals, but also just like environmental dangers. I thought being cold was going to be the first thing that was going to kill me because we need a warm suit just to even travel in the snowy area for the first game. But it didn't happen. And then I got a winter jacket later in the game, and that didn't boost anything either. So I was kind of worried, and I really would like some environmental dangers, whether that is a bear or wolf or something, just something other than the cannibals that really threaten my life. Why are we the way we are? Okay, going on to the further updates that are upcoming for the game. When will support for dedicated servers be implemented? This was also a most asked question, as I think they also read my comments as well. This is something that they're working on in the background, but they don't have an exact date for this. So currently we are just hosting games for now. Let's see, because of the success of Sons of the Forest, has that success made the team evaluate how far they want to take the game and maybe push back the 1.0 release? The team answered that they have a rough estimate of 6.6 to 8 months, but will be constantly reevaluating as the development progresses. They really just want to make the coolest game possible. Oh. The final question that they had that I thought was really important, what will the bi-weekly updates look like? Will it be quality of life updates, or will they see addition of new things and improvements over the game? The devs answered that they will likely alternate between 2 to 4 week patches, depending on what they're trying to get in. Each patch will include different things from further story, cutscene additions, to new features and items, along with lots of bug fixes and other improvements. This is their second game. It would be really nice to hear more about what they plan to do or plan to send out into the updates. But, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see and what would you like to see coming first. And have you reached the end of the game? Because I need help. I need help surviving this game. If you want to see more of that, go back to my channel, check it out.